Welcome to my multimedia montage project update. Before I get started, I should make mention here that I did change the topic of my project to creating a professional development on Google Drive in order to fill a need at my school. We do use Gmail as our main email service. However, many of my colleagues do not make use of the drive. In discussions with other teachers, they just say they haven't used it or they don't have time. So I thought I would um, create this professional development video tutorial to help them out. Um, in my opinion, Google Drive and Google Docs, it's a great tool for teachers to use both personally as well as professionally. Um, you know, I use it in my classroom. I am the technology teacher. I use it often for sharing documents, and this way students don't have to turn in a paper and then I mark it and hand it back and they make revisions. We can do it all um, actually online. So that was the main reason that I chose to change my topic. Um, I decided to use a slideshow for the project update with screenshots as my storyboard, making use of the notes section for the actual script. I did more of an outline script so as not to sound so scripted. Um, I'll be presenting the professional development via screencast in order to allow teachers to access it at a convenient time for them. So now I'm going to direct your attention to my actual proposal because my objectives need a little bit of revamping. You'll see here that I originally had three objectives: the ability and confidence using the features of Drive, the ability to create, collaborate, organize, and share documents, and the third one was develop a form embedded into their web page and retrieve responses. After careful consideration of the complexity of the topic, I chose to save the last objective for a future video if the interest level is present. Um, so let me get started. In our readings, we learned that people make use of auditory and visual cues in order to process information, and also that there is a limited capacity for each channel to process correctly. So this video tutorial will focus on the first two objectives so as to not overload the viewer. The different forms of multimedia utilized will be in the form of audio, which is my voice, and video, the actual movements on screen being recorded as video. I purposely did not include on-screen text, except for the title screen here, so that participants could focus on the visual and auditory. I will, however, provide a separate text version for those accustomed to the written word. Okay, so just taking a quick look through the storyboard, I do have my still images and kind of, just a outline of what I'm going to talk about for each section of the tutorial. As far as the assessment goes, I created a form in Drive which I will embed into my website for feedback on whether the objectives were met, whether the participants have acquired an understanding of Google Drive. And I also have a question down toward the bottom if they would be interested in learning some other features of the Drive through more video tutorials. I would also like to know if they think that making use of the Drive would be beneficial in some way, shape, or form in their classrooms. And hopefully this will generate a great discussion at a future PLC meeting. I joined a number of Google Apps in a Classroom communities in Google Plus, and have viewed quite a few Google Drive video tutorials created by others just to get a feel for what to include and how to address the needs. Um, and then I also combined that knowledge with what I know about the needs of the Woodland Public School staff to guide me through the creation of my video. Um, okay, so the remainder of the project that I have to do is actually creating the screencast, which will be done very shortly. I'll make use of the storyboard and hopefully I'll be able to create a coherent video with visuals and demonstrations on the use of Google Docs. I hope to get some feedback, not only on the tutorial itself, but also which direction, if any, to turn to for the next professional development. I was speaking with a teacher just yesterday about Google Drive, and I asked her if she knew about creating quizzes and uploading them directly to her website or embedding them into her website. And she said, "No, you can do that. I would love to learn how to do that." So I hope to include Google Forms in a future screencast and provide continual professional development for my Woodland colleagues. Um, I think that's it for now. Hopefully, I've given you a pretty thorough explanation of where I'm headed with my project. Um, I would appreciate it if you had any feedback or constructive criticism, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.